Welcome to our podcast, Quirky Love, Our Autism Journey. Today's going to be a special podcast because I want to take some time to show you some resources that I've built on a website that have been absolutely phenomenal for me and my boys and just helping us get them to where they are today. So here we go. Let's go visit bridgebuilderbooks.com. This is the publishing company that I created to publish books that would definitely have impact or be items or things that I know we will be interested in. That little pop-up box, you can go ahead and X out of that, or you can leave your email and we'll send you some information, resources as we guide and get other items up on the site. But basically, I wanted to go over our quirky resources. I think it's so important that we're constantly reinforcing to our children that there is no normal, that we're all quirky, and that we all need a support in a community. We need education, we need guidance, because we want to know how best to process and how to love our children. So these are some of the books that were recommended to me. The school systems did not want to test my children because they weren't struggling academically. So a lot of these books are books that I found as I found different therapists, psychologists, and psychiatrists that would test them. I would literally have to check them out of school in order to do occupational and speech therapy. So you'll see that some of them are geared towards ADHD, attention deficit. Those are things I struggle with myself. And then you'll see that I'm kind of just scanning over some of the resources, but I'm going to dig into them a little bit more. Resources when they were little. One of the things I learned the hard way was writing out these big, huge lists weren't really helpful. So started with the help of a really great therapist who told me to make it visual, make it easy, something that they're going to be able to look at the picture and quickly identify what it is they have to do and put the sheet of paper in the room that they're doing the activities. So it doesn't always match up to what you may think the order should be, but it's going to match up to maybe what they're doing or how they'll best function. So that's available for you. You'll be able to make a copy of that and edit it however you like. The other document that I've decided to put up was this is our summer document, and summer can get a little crazy. I think more you see more now, like there are a lot of other organizations that will assist and take children that are autism. But a few years back, we had to do a lot of things ourselves. So I'm going to show you how you can get Alexa to schedule a lot of this stuff for you, help you in that day. But we planned out our days. And if we needed to do something different, we would. But you can go in and make a copy of that and utilize that in order to kind of plan out your weekends and your days. Now we're getting into some of the documents that I began to use for them to get them to understand kind of their work for hire, that their job is to go to school, their job is to make their teacher's job easy. I don't want to send them to school. Don't be misbehave, don't talk too much. I try to reinforce it with positive, go be brilliant. And the same thing with helping them understand that, hey, you're working now with school, but that ultimately you will work. You will have to earn an income. And so we tried to connect the things that we needed them to do with the income that they wanted to get via their allowance. So this first sheet kind of explains the spreadsheet to you, but then now you'll see, hey, this is Trey's chore chart. And so through that, you can see the items. And some of the items, yes, he wasn't actually doing things to work on fuel or certain things. You may see his daddy's soccer sandals because he broke them, so he did have to earn money to pay for those. But it was more a matter of the earlier that you can make them aware of these things. You can see Joshua's isn't as involved, but again, it's still making them aware of that there are things that you need to work for, and that is how you achieve rewards, how you achieve earnings. So you'll also see here a chore list. This was one of the chore lists I broke down after, of course, our therapist told me my lists were insane. I took this chore list and I broke it down kind of based on the area of the house or the things that I needed them to do. And yeah, sometimes sometimes we still are constantly repeating in some of these areas. It is repetition, repetition, and more repetition. So I hope that you go visit the site. My goal is to continue adding resources. We want to connect and we want to build a network of resources that can be helpful. So anything that you have found helpful, send it to me. I've had some great ABA therapists. I know people feel different ways, but I've also had some great therapists, great psychiatrists. And if I can share any of that with you, I'd love to. Have a great one and see you next week.